Good evening, everyone. I would like to call a regular board meeting to order at 7:34. We're located in the Village Chambers, 2350 South 25th Avenue. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
We sure can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
Here.
Trustee Chalmalavi,
Here.
Trustee Senior,
Here.
Mayor Thompson,
Here.
Trustees Shelby, Armour, and Miller are absent currently. Madam President, we do have a quorum.
Thank you.
Can we all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we
Mr.
all
Clerk,
pause
for
for
the
a moment of silence, please? Thank you, Madam President. your floor.
Thank you. For the record, Trustee Shelby did notify us, it was a death in her family, and Trustee Armour did notify me that she would not be attending tonight.
Thank you for the record, Madam President. Next item, item 2, public comment.
Thank you. Ms. Verena Horn, you have 3 minutes.
Residents, mayor, attorney, legislators, my name is Verena Horn. On September 19th, Mayor Thompson called me a nuisance and then ended the board meeting. I understand why I could be considered a nuisance. After all, I did propose legislation to the board. But I was not talking to Mayor Thompson, I was talking to the board. So since that open door has been opened, I intend to walk through it. Mayor Thompson, I would like to discuss 3 topics with you in front of the entire village. I would like to have a discussion about the financial position of our village. I would like to have a discussion about public safety. I would like to have a discussion about the value of our village 1 year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 7 years from now, and 10 years from now. Will you be willing to have a discussion with me in front of the entire village with a neutral moderator?
Does that conclude your public comment?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, continue on.
I'll have a seat now.
That concludes your public comment? That concludes her public comment. Thank you. Mr. Clerk?
Thank you. Next is item 3, communications. First, we have item A, recognition for Diamond Portee, Police and Fire Commissioner.
Second.
You don't need a motion. So, Diamond Portee, you want to come up? And I have to apologize because we forgot to go pick up your plaque. But I do want to recognize Ms. Portee. She served on the Fire and Police Commission with Chairwoman Gwen Turner and Anjanita Harper as a director, and she has submitted her resignation to us. But I do want to say, for her to be a young person, to get engaged in the village of Broadview, to give them some insight when we making decisions as it relates to fire, who we hire in the fire and police, or if it's disciplinary action that needs to come place, she is the person that get to make those key decisions. And when you're working with young people under the age of 30, it brings us great pleasure that they want to participate and be engaged and not be a nuisance to the community, but they want to learn the process. And so I just want to say thank you for your service on the Fire and Police Commission. You served us very well in your tenure, and we're grateful for your leadership. So once we pick up the plaque, we'll make sure that we personally deliver it to you. So maybe Chairwoman Gwen Turner can drop off the plaque when we get it. We just didn't go pick it up and they closed. So I will turn it over to the Board of Trustees if you want to give any recognition at this time.
Well, thank you for serving and dedicating your time to this village. I wish you would like to continue, however, life gets in the way, changes. But I do want to wish you the very best, and again, thank you for serving us.
Thank you for your service, and like she said, if you think about later coming back, we welcome it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, and good luck with your future endeavors.
So thank you, Ms. Pertee. We do appreciate your service to the Village of Broadview. Thank you. And continue to volunteer.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Next is item B, swearing in of Officer Sean Mcelvaney for the Broadview Police Department. Will you join me up here, please?
So before we swear in Officer Deputy Chief, you want to tell us the accolades of this officer during the academy?
Okay, so Sean, I still have trouble pronouncing his last name.
McElvaney, sir.
Sean McElvaney just graduated from the police academy. This is his wife, Mrs. McElvaney, who's also a police officer herself for the University of Illinois. And this is their 2-month-old daughter that's sitting down front. Her name is Riley. Well, in the academy, Officer McElvaney won the award for most physical fit recruit. So that is a first for the Village of Broadview. We're excited to have you. Your career starts now. You're going to learn a lot from your FTO. Just remember one thing, my biggest rule is always make it home.
That's right.
Okay, because that's what's most important. Okay, and always remember where you're at. I can't come help you if you can't tell me where you're at. Okay, so location, location, location. With that being said, I'll turn it over to the clerk.
Thank you, Deputy Chief. How's it going? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I,
Sean McElvaney,
having been appointed to the office of police officer
have been appointed to the office of police officer
in the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois,
in the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the Broadview Police Department
of the Broadview Police Department
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, sir.
Let the record show that trustee Miller arrived at 7:43.
7:42, thank you.
Oh, 7:42.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Clerk.
Okay, thank you all. Next. Item 4, consideration to approve the following minutes. Minutes from the September 19th, 2022 regular board meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by trustee Senior, seconded by trustee Abraham. Madam President.
Thank you, trustee Abraham. You have any questions for the September 19th?
No, none.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Chalmalave?
No question.
Trustee Miller?
No.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, or all in favor?
Yes, we can. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
trustee Chabalave,
Yes.
trustee Senior,
Yes.
trustee Shelby and Armour are absent. Trustee Miller,
Yes.
and Madam President, this carries 4-0. Thank you. Next item is minutes from the October 3rd, 2022 regular board meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by trustee Senior, seconded by trustee Abraham. And Madam President, may I note there were corrections submitted. Those corrections have been completed and a copy placed on your desk. Your floor.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham, you have any questions or comments?
No questions.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Chalmalave? Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, you can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
trustees Chalmalave,
Yes.
trustee Senior,
Yes.
trustees Shelby and Armour are absent. Trustee Miller,
Yes.
and again, this carries 4-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, item 5, consideration to approve expenditures. Grand total of all funds, $1,662,302.61 for the period October 12th, 2022.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by trustee Abraham, seconded by trustee Senior. Madam President.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham, who's a finance committee person, will you please read the warrant list?
Yes, Madam Mayor. Okay. All right, the warrant list. First vendors, A-Lamp Concrete Contractors, $509,697.44. Al Warren Oil Company Incorporated, $30,315.95. AT&T, $13,233.82. B&F Construction Code Services, $24,556.67. Broadview Fire Pension, $43,889.40. Broadview Police Pension, $29,813.88. Broadview Public Library, $149,826.30. Broadview Westchester Joint Water Agency, $493,624.63. COPS Testing Service, COPS Testing, $4,660. CDS Office Technologies, $3,009.95. Comcast Business, $2,890.77. David Ormsby Incorporated, $6,000. Electrical Resource Management Incorporated, $5,410.50. Flock Safety, $14,375. Geno's Heating and Plumbing Incorporated, $144,486.83. Group Incorporated, $50,308.04. H&H Electric Company, $15,037.58. Murphy's Contractors Equipment, $9,651.69. Holash Appraisal Group Incorporated, $3,200. Sewer Tech LLC, $4,000. Station Automation Incorporated, $2,595. Stryker Sales Corporation, $46,919.71. Shrike Development, $8,650. West Cook County Solid Waste Agency, $10,487.21. Our total expenditures over 2,500 is $1,626,640.37. Total expenditures, $1,661,102.46. Percentage of total is 98%. We did have manual payment, vendor checks. We had one to Juan Carlos Delgado on October 4th, check number 83440 for $200. And then there was a Juan Carlos Delgado for 10-4 again. This check number was 83441 for the amount of $1,000. So our total manual payments was $1,200. We had an electronic payment for our vendor with Chase credit card as of 9/25/22 in the amount of $8,943.08. And then our funds that were affected by it was our general fund for $442,089.29. The garbage fund was $60,795.25. And then the water and sewage fund for $1,158,218.07. That gave us our grand total distribution at $1,661,102.61. End of the report.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham, do you have any questions or for the warrant list?
No, none.
Trustee Senior?
No question.
Trustee Chalmalave?
No question.
Trustee Miller?
No question.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Chalmalave,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustees Shelby and Armour are absent. Trustee Miller,
Abstain.
abstain. Madam President, this carries 4-0 with one of those being an abstention. Thank you all. Next, item 6, presentation, we have none. Item 7, village officer reports, which are given at each second meeting of the month, starting with our building department, Commissioner David Upshaw.
Good evening, Mayor, Board, residents.
Good evening.
The Village of Broadview Building Department has its report on file with the Mayor's office as well as the Clerk office. I'll entertain any questions that the Board may have at this time.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham?
None.
Trustee Senior?
No question.
Trustee Chalmalave?
No question.
Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next is the Finance Department, Finance Director Tim Hicks.
Good evening, Mayor, trustees, residents. The finance report is on file with the mayor's office. Are there any questions at this time?
Thank you. Trustee Abraham?
None.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Chalmalave?
No question.
Trustee Miller?
No question.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next is the Fire Department, Chief Tracy Kinney.
Good evening, Mayor, Board of Trustees, and residents.
Good evening.
Again, my report is on file too, if you have any questions.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham?
None.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is the Police Department, well, instead of Chief Thomas Mills, it's going to be Deputy Chief Pierre Smith.
Good evening, Mayor, Board of
Good evening.
Trustees, residents.
Good evening.
The Police Department's report is also on file with the mayor's office. Are there any questions at this time?
Trustee Abraham?
None.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Chalmalave?
No questions.
Trustee Miller?
I made a request at the last board meeting, and I didn't see any follow-up on that besides the emails that we shared during that first day after my request. Do you know where we stand on? I don't want to say the particular request, since it's kind of sensitive, but I haven't seen anything on that, so can you follow up with the chief
Yes,
on my
ma'am.
request? Thank you.
Can you tell us what the request is?
Regarding the car situations and the
Okay.
thefts in Broadview.
Yeah. Thank you, trustee. Thank you, Deputy Chief.
Thank you, sir. Next is Public Works Department Director Matt Ames.
Good evening, Mayor, Board of Trustees, everyone in attendance. The Public Works Monthly Report is on file with the Clerk's office. At this time, I will entertain any questions or comments.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham?
None.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Chalmalave?
Are they done with all the trees?
In terms of planting, removing,
Planting?
we are. As a matter of fact, we've concluded that.
Oh, okay. I saw them. They're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. And finally, we have the Administrative Department, Village Administrator Letisa Jones.
Good evening, Mayor, trustees, residents. My board report is also on file in the mayor's office and the clerk's office. I will answer questions, if any.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham?
None.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Chalmalave?
No questions.
Trustee Miller?
This is not for you in particular, so I was pausing a lot because I realized that in the essence of time, we kind of rushed through saying it's on file with the trustees, with the clerk. In the future, can we just start giving like some type of highlights during this whole department head conversation, discussion, just for the residents, because they don't get these reports. This is not for you in particular. I just was waiting to the end, because the residents don't get the same reports that we get. So just to give some type of kind of insight onto what's going on. The only reason why I spoke on the police kind of report is because I had a request in. But other than that, I kind of think it becomes kind of robotic when it's like, it's on file, it's on file, it's on file. And everybody comes up and says that, and no one else knows what that means other than us. So that's just a request for us as a board, but I don't have any questions for you in particular. Thanks.
Thank you. The reason why we do that, Trustee Miller, for the trustees to read the reports so that they can have questions for the department heads when they report out to the public. You all do have the reports. So if you're reading the reports and there's questions that come up, it's appropriate to ask the questions so that we're transparent and honest. But I do agree with you that we can highlight, some highlights of what's taking place, but the reports are pretty much just numbers in the report, just so the public know. But that's the reason why we do it, is so that the trustees, especially those that chair reports like the finance or fire and police or water, drainage and health or public property or the building, you have an opportunity to read the report for the committees that you chair, and then that may prompt you to call a committee meeting to go more into depth of what's reported in the report. So that's my comment. Thank you. Mr. Clerk?
Thank you, Madam President. Next, item 8O business, we have none at this time. Bringing us to item 9, new business. A resolution authorizing and approving a certain agreement with B&F Construction Code Services, Inc. for the provision of certain inspection services for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Senior, seconded by Trustee Abraham. Madam President.
Thank you. Commissioner Upshaw, will you tell us about the B&F agreement?
Yes, Mayor. Before you this evening is the B&F contract that reflects the current services that are being provided to the Village of Broadview by B&F. I'll entertain any questions at this time.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham?
Yes. How many years do they have with us so far? Because I know they've been pretty active here.
12.
Covering a lot.
They have 12 years.
12 years already. Okay. Consider my question.
Thank you. Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Chalmalave?
I have no questions.
Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Thank you. And just for the record, the fee schedule that the village have is attached to the legislation, so it varies depending on the size of the dwelling or if it's a commercial or residential or industrial building. Thank you. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham?
Yes.
Trustee Chalmalave?
Yes.
Trustee Senior?
Yes.
Trustees Shelby and Armour are absent. Trustee Miller?
Abstain.
And this carries 4-0, with one of those being an abstention. Thank you.
Thank you, Board.
Next, item B, an ordinance of the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois, to set a date for and to approve a public notice for a public hearing for the Roosevelt Road and 17th Avenue redevelopment project area.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Senior, seconded by trustee Abraham. Madam President.
Thank you. So a few months ago, we approved for TESCA to do, to extend our Roosevelt Road corridor. And so this is for Roosevelt Road and 17th Avenue redevelopment project area. And by state statute, we have to put in when we're gonna have these hearings. So the first hearing will take place on the 5th of December at the Village Hall at 6:30. So it's right before our regular board meeting. Tom, is there anything else that I left out with this? Yep, that's it. Trustee Abraham, you have any questions or comments?
None.
Trustee Senior?
No question.
Trustee Chalmalave?
No question.
Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
trustee Chalmalave,
Yes.
trustee Senior,
Yes.
trustees Shelby and Armour are absent. Trustee Miller?
Abstain.
And Madam President, this carries 4-0 with one of those being an abstention. Thank you. Next, item 10, application for the authority to expend funds. We have none. Item 11, no closed session this evening. Item 12, village clerk report. I just want to say briefly, I was very proud to have participated this past weekend on Saturday at our first annual Hispanic Heritage Celebration. They came out and showed out. It was a good time, good music, good food. We have pictures online. If you ever get a chance to look at some of the Facebook posts, you get an idea of how many nice vendors were there and all of the different variety of clothing and hats and Hispanic heritage that was there for everyone to share. It was a great time. I'm looking forward to next year when we can expand and have this as even a bigger event. And that concludes my report, Madam President. Next, item 13, Village President Report, Katrina Thompson.
Thank you, and good evening, residents and Board of Trustees. We have so much going on in the Village of Broadview. I want to say congratulations to the Broadview Park District Commissioners and Director Dawson and staff on the new accessible playground. This is the second accessible playground that we have in the Village of Broadview. The other one, this one is at Play Heaven right here at 24th. The other one is at Beverly, at the Beverly Park. So that was the first one we did, and it was accessible for those that were wheelchair bound. This one is more sensory accessible, those that have suffered, well, not suffered, but those are diagnosed with autism. So they have hearing or sensory issues, and I was just so excited about the slide that they have there because it has this vibration to kind of help with some of the sensory issues that they have. But those that suffer from arthritis can actually get on the slide, but we don't want adults getting on the slide tearing up the equipment that's made for the kids. But this slide really does relieve that vibration in the bones as if you suffer from arthritis. As the clerk said, we celebrated Hispanic Heritage Month, and so it was an experience. The whole time we listened to Spanish music and we engaged and we had a really good time with those that showed up. It was a really festival event. So speaking with Director Dawson and Director Bauer over at the library, we're gonna do it the last Saturday of every September, so that we don't get into a rush situation. But we wanted to do something to honor our Latina and Hispanic brothers and sisters that reside in the Village of Broadview, and we want to be inclusive to everyone that live here. So we want to, create more events that we can wrap our arms around and show that we embrace culture, not just race ethnicities, but culture, embrace the culture that they bring to our community. This coming Saturday is National Make a Difference Day. And Dr. Jackson and the Lindop School is partnered with Black Men United for a community giveaway. We are gonna post this on social media, it's gonna be on our website, and we're gonna send out a blast email. It's for Broadview residents only. You will have to show ID. There's gonna be some structure over there, so fire and police will be over there to help just in case some things. We have SBC as a partner to help us with the garbage because they have a lot of garbage that come with those big events with Black Men United. So it's gonna be an activity for the whole Broadview community, but Black Men United wanted to bless them with all of the stuff that they have. It says on this flyer, free furniture, air fryers, toiletries, household appliances, and more. Required to participate, Broadview resident ID must be presented. A numbered ticket and raffle ticket will be issued upon arrival at the ticket table. Numbers will be called. It is your responsibility to transport items. Loading of large items will be designated area and volunteers will assist with loading. You are responsible for straps and or ties needed to secure items. Parking will be allowed at designated unmarked curbs. Illegal parking will incur a parking ticket. There are no hold or delivery options. So just, when you get the information, just read the information to see what the rules are for over there at the school. That school is in a residential area, so we have to be, be conscious that people do live in that area by the school, but it's gonna be at the Lindop School. So we excited for Lindop and they giveaway. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed in their lifetime, including and expecting 290,000 just this year. When the early 5-year survival rate is now 99%. For free mammograms, call 888-522-1282. So this is near and dear to my heart because I've had breast surgery on both my breasts. It wasn't cancerous, it was papillomas. So it's important that women go get, the annual checkup, whether it's for cervix, because cancer, I'm sure some of us, if not all of us, have been impacted by a loved one with cancer. But go get the mammograms. They do have some free sites that you can go get a mammogram. So go get your free mammograms. That number is 888-522-1282. Again, that's 888-522-1282. October is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Women between the ages of 18 and 24 are the most commonly abused by an intimate partner. I'm gonna give you some stats because it's real, and I know it's some people that's in this audience that been in domestic situations. 72% of all murder suicides involve an intimate partner. 94% of victims of those murder-suicides are females. Domestic violence accounts for 15% of all violent crimes in the United States. 34% people who are injured by intimate partners receive medical care for their injuries. If you are in a domestic situation and you want some help, you can always call the Broadview Police Department. We are here to serve and help you and protect you. But you can also call the National Domestic Violence Hotline number at 800-799-7233. Again, that number is 800-799-7233. I know Chief Kenny talked about the Safety Saturday, so Safety Saturday will be with all the department heads. I believe that's going to be on November 12th. It was the first Saturday, but we had to change that to November 12th. The topics is holiday and winter safety. So that's with fire, police, public works, building department, and that's on November 12th. On November 5th, we're going to be hosting a small entrepreneur business workshop for those home-based businesses, residents that want to know more about banking or how to put your business plan together. We partnered with U.S. Bank to come here to get you into the what you need to know. So the SBA, we have U.S. Bank, and we have another vendor that's going to come out to help those entrepreneurs that's home-based business to help them try to raise capital so that they can invest into their own business. Let's keep Gardner Prayer Church in our prayers. Pastor John Haney passed away last week. On Friday, October 21st at 7:30, there will be a celebration musical. On Saturday, October 22nd, from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m., viewing and visitation. Sunday, October 23rd, viewing and visitation from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. The homegoing services will be on Saturday, October 23rd at 6 p.m. All services will be at Gardner Prayer, and that's located at 2001 South 17th Avenue in the village of Broadview. Now, we have one public comment from Ms. Horn, and I do want to address that. First of all, I'm not going to meet with you. That's number one. If you want to have a professional meeting with me, a one-on-one, you're more than welcome to call my assistant, Lily, and she can arrange that for you. I have the floor. Thank you. You talked about financial public safety, and the vision of the village of Broadview. We have a finance committee chairperson. That's Trustee Jari Shelby. She will be calling a finance committee meeting. You're more than welcome to attend that committee, and you can get all your questions answered at that time. We also have public safety. Our chairperson for public safety is Trustee Judy Miller. I'm sure she's going to be calling a police and fire committee meeting, and you're more than welcome to get your concerns addressed at that time. As it relates to the vision of the village of Broadview, I will host that in the spring. And every year, and you were a trustee, every year we put the vision in our newsletter. So if you go to the spring of 2022, you will see what the vision is for 3 and 5 years that you asked for. I will call for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by trustee Senior, seconded by trustee Abraham to adjourn this meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Hearing no opposition, we are hereby adjourned at 8:09 p.m. Thank you and have a great evening.